just about to go.
All right, so as y'all know, I had got the screening maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Was it a week or two ago, Mo?
It was,
I don't know. Whatever it was, I went over there and I watched it. I Want to Dance with Somebody, and I had my own thoughts about it. So by now, I know y'all hoes done went down there and seen. What I haven't seen is Avatar: Way of Water, because that man had a heart attack and died in there. So I've been waiting on him to come on home video.
See how many other
if I'm gonna have a heart attack, at least I'll be on my sofa. But bitch. So as y'all have watched the Whitney Houston movie thus far, we have found out that they have really capitalized off of Whitney Houston being a dagger. And not just any dagger, a super talented dagger that was a by dagger. But she was a dagger before anything. And at the end of the day, the way I feel about the whole situation, people struggle with abuse, drug abuse, addictions, and all this type of stuff because they be fighting demons and things like that. I personally feel like this. If people would be allowed to live free and be themselves, you say, what's a dagger? You ever seen a knife just going in and in and in and in and in and in like that and in and in? That's what a tongue do. From a woman to another woman. A dagger goes in like a dagger, real sharp blade. Really sharp and swift. Anyway, so at the end of the day, my own personal feelings is I don't really want them to stop making stuff about Whitney Houston because we have got these preconceived notion that these new girls can really sing. And we also, if Whitney Houston's legacy get lost into the sauce, then we will be thinking that we will be really sitting around here thinking that some of these girls who are on the charts and stuff like that are really real singers. Like, you know, they can sing, you know, but we got to really pay homage and tribute to the folks that had, you know, paved the way for these girls to make this secular, non-interesting ass music that they making now that everybody playing on the radio. So, you know, I just don't want them to stop doing it. I came to that conclusion while I was sitting in the theater and I was hearing Whitney's voice. Now, there were so many things about the movie that I felt that was all over the place. I did feel like it was all over the place, you know, and I do understand that this movie came from Pat Houston's perspective, especially when I saw the Pat Houston in the movie that she looked like this when she really was this color. You get what I'm saying? She was the woman that played Pat Houston was this, move that comic book. The woman that played Pat Houston was this color, but the real Pat Houston was this color right here. And I'm talking about this dog liquor right here.
Maybe that's how Pat sees herself.
Pat may think that she's light liquor, but she's most definitely dark liquor. I just want Pat to understand this. Maybe I should do a better analogy.
Oh Lord.
This was Pat Houston in the movie. This is Pat Houston in real life. You notice the differences in color. Pat Houston in the movie, Pat Houston in real life. So when I seen the casting of Pat Houston, I already knew that the movie was going to be all over the place. Any motherfucking way. Because there was no way possible that you would assume that Mo, can we go get a picture of Pat Houston, please? Like, let me just make sure that the things is right. We need a picture of Pat Houston. And we also need a picture of the woman portraying Pat Houston in the movie. P-A-T-H-O, that should go right there. Pat Houston. And I'm not bashing Pat, but I just don't understand. Right there, Mo. Either one of them will work, okay? Either one of them will work. Save that. And save it as a JPEG. Go down there. We say save type. Save it as a JPEG.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I was trying to put it somewhere where I'll be able to find it. I don't want to start looking for it.
I know where you can put something where you can always find it.
Maddie.
In the folder. That's all. Put it in the. See where your mind went. Put it in the folder over there. You a dirty bitch. I can't even believe this.
Really, Maddie?
No, you think I don't say, Mo, stop it.
I know how your mind works.
How it work? How Sway?
There we go.
All right. Now this is Pat Houston. This is Pat Houston, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the woman playing Pat Houston. Any questions? Any motherfucking questions? Again, this is Pat Houston. This is the woman playing Pat Houston.
Two different shades.
Any two shades? Two more?
No, I said two different shades.
Two shades. Again, let's do it again. This is Pat Houston. Okay.
Uh-huh.
This is the woman playing Pat Houston.
Yeah, because Pat is like chocolate, and this woman's like about caramel.
That woman is white chocolate, Myrtle. It's a little shot, Myrtle. That woman is like white chocolate. Why is y'all around here? High yellow. That's right. Now, if we needed somebody to pass the paper bag test, it would definitely not be motherfucking that woman right there. Y'all got to cut the bullshit out. Y'all got to cut the bullshit. The shit got to be cut out. So when I seen that, I already knew that it was gonna be some discrepancies with this Whitney Houston movie. I already knew when I was running. Because I kept seeing this lady walking around. I was like, well, who is that? It's like Pat. I said, what? Who is that? I had discrepancies. I was.
So that's what turned you off from the movie?
They said she got some Creole in her family. Pat is from where Mo from. Get somebody else to do it. Y'all want to get somebody else to do it. He said maybe Pat bleach her skin. Okay. You got to stop making excuses for the truth. Okay? You got to stop making excuses for the truth. Even I, myself, the TS, tells y'all, I know for a fact that I was born male. Ain't no excuses about that. Even myself, as the TS, with a cut face and all that, tells y'all openly, I was born male. Born male. Born male. Okay? We can tell the truth about some things. And the truth is about this situation. You think so, right? But you're not. The truth is about these situations right here that you're not paying no attention to, that I need you to sit up here and pay attention. When you see shit like this on a show and or a movie, you already know there will be discrepancies in the movie. 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 Discrepancies, 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 discrepancies in the movie. Stop playing whole games. We gotta stop playing whole games. That's correct, Gypsy King. Abort, abort, abort. So I already knew after I seen that shit happen, I said, you know what? It's gonna be some discrepancies in this movie. I want y'all, as diehard fans of Whitney Houston, to go forth and watch the movie from being a Whitney Houston fan. Whitney Houston. I was more angry at this portrayal of Pat Houston. Than I was with the portrayal of Whitney Houston.
Maybe because she did a better job than all the rest of the people that played Pat.
This girl had 3 to 7 lines. You could have got a girl that was closer to your hue to say them lines that you had.
She only had 7 lines?
Or 12, I don't know. I was more upset at her, at the person casting for her, than I was for the lady playing goddamn Whitney Houston. Because the woman that was casting for Whitney Houston, she's an actress, so she didn't have no other choice.
Right.
That's who they chose. Now they could have made her skinny. I would have. She didn't. She looked
skinny.
She was not skinny. She was thickly. She was very thick. She looked like Alfred Woodard, Brandy.
I will give you Brandy.
She looked like Alfred Woodard, Brandy, and Angela Bassett. She looked like everybody but Whitney. But it's okay. I closed my eyes and I listened to Whitney Houston's voice. I listened to Whitney Houston's voice, and it put me in the brain. Now they could have made her lost at least, because Whitney was a very skinny girl.
Yeah, Whitney was small.
She was a skinny girl, and so this girl was more thickly than Whitney. But I was more angry at this.
Really?
At this. Yes, this and this, baby.
But Manny, from your point of view, she didn't even have a big part.
Discrepancy. I was angry because I know that this was coming from Pat's perspective.
And so basically, that's how Pat sees herself.
That's how Pat saw Whitney and everything. That's what I'm talking about.
Maddie, someone had a question. Someone said, hold on. Ask Maddie, how does Robin feel about this movie?
Well, I don't know how Robin. I would like to talk to Robin. Somebody message Robin, tell Robin I want to talk to her. I would love to talk to Robin. But I did understand that, they emphasized that Whitney was a lesbian. She was a lesbian. I'm glad that that Whitney was a lesbian. I'm okay with that. They didn't sweep it under the carpet. They didn't. You say Pat identified as light skin? Okay, all right.
I told you.
All right, well, good then. Well, shit. Okay.
I told you.
All right. Okay. Well, that's not what she looked like. See, I can identify as a woman because what? I look like one. I look like one. Okay? So I can identify as. I go out there in the street talking about I identify as light skin. Discrepancies. I knew that there were going to be discrepancies when I saw the portrayal of Pat. I said, okay, all of this has come from her perspective. And this is how she already views herself like this. So let's see how she views Whitney.
So besides Whitney and Pat, were those the only two people that you had an issue with?
I was all right with Bobby Brown because we're not finna sit up here and act like that Bobby Brown wasn't a fine piece of something back then. Bobby Brown was a dirty dick, was a DDT, dirty dick piece. Dirty dick piece of Boston trade, bitch. And we're not finna sit up here and act like that he was not, that y'all wasn't dropping y'all panties. Everybody's talking all that shit about me. Why don't you just let me live? There's my prerogative. Oh, bitch, y'all not finna sit up here and act like that y'all was not taking y'all panties off and throwing them on the playground, bitch.
On the playground?
When Barbara said, cool it down, you better slow it down. Ooh, watch out. We're gonna lose control. Y'all had y'all panties on trying to dry y'all panties. What's that thing? The Ferris wheel. Spinning around out there with wet panties trying to dry them before y'all got back home to your mamas.
Someone said, ask Janet Jackson about him.
You say he had sex appeal, but fine, it's a no. Well, Talia, Janet Jackson rolled that dick from the side. Don't even act like that. And if you got the incomparable Janet Jackson sitting down on the cock, something. Well, let me not say that because she did fuck Jermaine Dupri, so I don't know.
But Jermaine Dupri was, he was a.
I will say Janet about her coin.
That's what I'm about to say.
I will say that Miss Janet is about her coin. When you go to add it up, when you add it all up, the full cost of my love is heavy charge. When you add it up, you get what I'm saying. So okay, all right.
Because you remember, So Def was big back then.
All right, so we got to remove Janet Jackson from that situation. But Bobby Brown was a hot piece of something. The way he had was throwing that dick. I never seen a dick print. Now I'm not gonna even sit up here because I'm a bird watcher, and I have never seen no bird.
Maddie,
Durant. You know what? We talking about them fine Jacksons. Okay, so Durant, I'm with you. We talking about the fine Jacksons because
Jermaine Dupri.
You said Jermaine.
Jermaine is fine to me.
No, he talking about Jermaine Jackson because in the movie, is he talking about Jermaine Dupri? Okay, because in the movie, they confirmed that Whitney and Jermaine Jackson had fucked.
Oh.
In the movie, they confirmed that Whitney Houston and Jermaine Jackson had fucked. I don't know about a relationship, but they did fuck.
Oh, wow.
According to Pat's story. Because this is definitely Pat's story about Whitney. Somebody put in that oop. Oh, excuse me. While he was married.
Oh, for real? Damn.
Whitney was busy.
Damn.
They said that movie was telling all Whitney business and did.
Told everything.
It's my prerogative. Yeah. Thank you, Rhea Mo. Is there a way? I really wish there was a way that we can keep this stuff at the top because there's gonna be some stuff that we talk about the trans stuff somewhere in the show. Can we come back to this question like when we get to that area?
Okay, or we can go at it next if you want to. We can do that.
But then
I don't think it's gonna.
I want the mood to stay high because in this I'm gonna be breaking it down like a philosopher. I don't want to really do that right now.
Okay,
but
what I'll say is, Rig Gang, when we get to if you could post this again when we start talking about it. If you could just post,
you don't got to send the coin again, but just post the question again.
Yeah, when we start talking about it, that would be great.
Yeah. All right. So we'll be back to that. Y'all remember when Bobby dropped that damn pipe on the damn show, and he reached down and picked it up? You seen that, Mo?
Oh, yeah, he danced.
When he danced, he dropped his little boom pipe down on the floor. He had to hit that. He had to hit that. Everybody started. He had to hit that and a scooter over there, pick it up.
And like nobody noticed.
Like nobody seen that.
It wasn't that small, Bobby.
Yeah, right.
Not that small.
Now I've been looking for dick print on Bobby for a long time. And I have. Now Mo, shut the fuck up, okay? I want to let y'all know this, okay? Just because a man don't got no duck print don't mean he ain't got no duck. Because I have had some duck that I thought was a duckling that grew into Howard the duck, okay? A human duck. A big duck. Yeah, it done went from a print to a whole grown man. I was like, hey! So I don't know. Something kept Whitney there besides the dope. But it was just so much shit that was left out of the biopic. Like I wanted them to talk about the Being Bobby Brown show. You know, that's what really the Being Bobby Brown show Yes, Tammy. Tammy said Darkwing Duck. That's right. Darkwing Duck.
Let's
Yeah.
get serious.
Yes! So for me, like they left out so much stuff because I really, really wanted them to talk about that Being Bobby Brown show, because that was a launching pad for Bravo's reality TV shows.
What's wrong? Oh, Lord.
I'm just trying to make sure that the people know.
Yeah, I realized, and then I
that Being Bobby Brown was really the launching pad for Bravo's reality TV shows.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think aren't they the ones? Aren't they the reason? Aren't they called the king and queen of reality TV?
That launched who? Whitney and Bobby?
Whitney and Bobby.
Well, they should be, but that launched Bravo Television's launching pad into reality TV, bitch.
Right.
Cause baby, let me tell you something. Being Bobby Brown, I was tuned in for that whole season.
I still remember the scene you told me about, the one where they came to try to approach Whitney. When they tried to approach her.
Hell to the no! Ma'am, I'm eating. Bitch, when I tell you, if I hadn't loved Whitney Houston any more than because I love her, and if I hadn't loved Whitney any more, I loved her from that season of that show, because I really got to see her be her. Ma'am, I'm eating. It was like, Whitney, can we take a picture? Kiss my ass. I'm eating. Bitch, when her and Bobby went out there into those woods, and they went out there into those woods, honey, and they was over there, they had to take a break because they was going to fuck by the tree.
For real?
Oh my God. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, so they didn't care. They didn't care.
Bobby Christina was knocking on the room door, and she was like, me and Bobby about to go in here and make another baby. I was like, hold on. Me and Daddy about to go in here and make another baby.
Oh.
I was like, they was fucking.
Damn.
It works. It works for me. It works. It works. It works for me. When they had that preparation ace around their eyes, oh my God. So I was very much so like, why did they not even go into all of this? Like, it was so much stuff. I'm not doing with you today.
Maurice Hunter said Whitney told Bobby to bend her over in the bushes.
Yes, bend her over in the bushes. I said, oh, this is why I love her, because this bitch like me. We had already been conditioned to know that Whitney Houston was America's sweetheart. But that Being Bobby Brown show let us know that Whitney Houston was black. She was black like that. Blackity black, 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 black. She was black like that. And I was here for all of it. I'm not doing this with you today. And when she almost told on herself,
She almost what?
when she almost told on herself that she was fucking Ray J.
Oh.
When she said, "You're just someone that I used to know. You're just someone that I used to know."
Oh wow. Oh wow.
It was a lot. It was a lot. And I was like, okay, bitch, I love this lady for blood. Like, I loved her. And it was just that's just what it was for me. Because I know everything ain't cookies and cream. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you say you thought it was Eddie Murphy. It could have been. It could have been Eddie, because as we can see, Whitney was fucking men and women.